Welcome to the Country Hipster Podcast. My name is Paul. I'm the Country Hipster. Jesus Christ, I'm already fucking up. That music you just heard was none other than the Unholy Four and their mega fucking hit song, Dirty Knife. Check out the Unholy Four on Instagram, Spotify, Bandcamp, Apple Music, YouTube, and wherever you can find the Unholy Four. Podcast specific promo code 2025 gets you 25% off your entire order at OttsvilleRecordGarage.com. You can use it today and tomorrow, the last 2 days of January, and then a new one starts for February, which I'm not going to tell you yet what it is. You have to tune in next week, but I will tell you that you will love, wink, wink, it. You'll love next month's promo code for 15% off. As you can see, my co-host Adam is not here. Although, wait, is that Adam? Oh no, it's definitely not Adam. Not Adam. It's not Adam. It is our resident.
Not today.
Not today. It is our resident female, and our resident of everything German and resident. You're a lot of residents today. Resident rabbit rescuer Kristen. Welcome back to the podcast, Kristen.
Thank you. Thanks for having me again, Paul.
No problem. No problem at all. What is going on?
I mean, I know the only reason why I'm here is because Adam screwed you over, but you know.
I wouldn't say he screwed me over. He's just really bad at keeping a calendar. We'll just say that. And an alarm clock. But what's going on with you? Anything good? Anything bad? Like anything at all?
No. I was on someone else's podcast.
You were. Tell us about that.
So I was on a podcast on Germantown Radio called Living with Pets.
Figures it was Germantown Radio.
Yes.
Everything German.
Everything German.
Okay.
With CJ Hazel. She's a dog trainer, and she does a weekly podcast live on the radio and then records it, and it's now on Spotify. So we did a whole episode about rabbits.
Very nice, very nice. And we will make sure that we link that up on our social media. So follow the Country Hipster Podcast on Instagram and Facebook, and you will see the link to the podcast. What is it called again?
Living with Pets.
Living with Pets, that Kristen has appeared on. Well, I don't know how I feel about you being on another podcast, Kristen. This isn't okay.
I'm cheating on your podcast.
You are cheating on me. I'm not liking this. Wow.
Yeah, sorry.
That's okay. That's all right. Anything else going on with
I just love the attention.
I know. I'm aware.
The 4 people that were listening.
It's all good. Anything going on with Love and Buns?
No, we just we're at this point back. All the rabbits are back at the adoption center from the holidays. The little guy I had at the last episode, he just got neutered today, so he should be ready to go once he gets his little vaccinations.
Sweet.
And that's it.
There you go.
Yeah, we had our holiday party, and we're just like moving on with some other fundraising stuff, which I'm not really sure what we're up to. So
okay. Cool. Well, check out on social media, look up Love and Buns and loveandbuns.org, right? .org. Yes. And you can find out all about the animal rescue and specifically rabbit rescuing that Kristen and her organization does. So we are here today to talk about Adam's pick, one of his picks here. But Adam is not here to talk about, but that's okay. That's okay. It's not the first time we've talked about one of Adam's records. We're probably going to talk shit about Adam too. But this is here we go. This is the Front Bottoms. The Front Bottoms. I don't think this is their debut album, but it is the Front Bottoms. And you know what? It's funny because I wasn't supposed to do this. I actually didn't write down my factoids on this. Hold on a second. So let me see what I can bring up real quick. I was like, wait, no, that's my feelings. That's not the factoids. All right. So the Front Bottoms are an American rock.
Skip the factoids and go right to our feelings.
Yes, right. No, we'll get into it. So the Front Bottoms are an American rock band from Woodcliff, New Jersey. It formed in 2006. They are currently a duo consisting of a lead vocalist and guitarist Brian Sella and drummer Matt. I'm not even going to say that.
I know. I saw it and I was like, oh.
Yes. Their music has been described as rock, indie, folk punk, and according to Sella, indie pop or acoustic pop. Lyrically, their music has also been described as being adjacent to Midwest emo, this is, hold on, let me look up the album itself. The album was released on September 6, 2011 on Bar None Records. In 2008, the Front Bottoms released their first album, I Hate My Friends, through the social networking website MySpace. Let's give it up for MySpace. MySpace, which is
R.I.P.
still there, but, you know.
MySpace.
After the moderate success of the album, they released a follow-up, My Grandma vs. Pneumonia. I'm going to say Pneumonia 1 in 2009. This led to the band signing with Bar None Records in mid-2010. In February 2010, the band released an EP titled Slow Dance to Soft Rock for download on their website. They plan to also create an EP entitled Grip and Tie, but Bar None pushed them to make a full-length album instead of another EP. So they collected the songs off of Slow Dance to Soft Rock and Grip and Tie and combined the two EPs into their debut self-titled album, which was released in September 2011. So that's the basic factoids about it. There's not really much else on here, except that it is 45 minutes and 10 seconds. So there you go. So
and they have like different musicians that tour with them.
Yes. Yeah.
Did you mention that, or was I not paying? Did I?
I didn't mention that actually. No, I did not. I didn't get into that. I decided to skip that part, but that's okay. It's fine that you mentioned. So I was like leading
I did read
you
their
on
Wikipedia because I was like, who the frick are these people?
Exactly. So yeah, so those are the basic factoids. Not a whole lot on Wikipedia about this band otherwise. Kristen, I kind of threw this on you. What are your feelings on this this album here?
So I'm really unsure about this.
Okay.
Like, it really sounds like an album from 2011.
Yes, it does.
Like, it definitely does. And like, I don't dislike it, but I wouldn't say it's my favorite either.
Okay.
It's definitely like, I could listen to it, but like, I'm not going to seek it out to put it on.
Okay.
Like, I probably won't listen to them again, but if it shows up like on a Spotify mix, I'm not going to fast forward the song.
Yep. So everything that you're just saying there, I want people to keep in mind what Kristen just said, and I want you to go back and check out the Modern Baseball episode from December. But anyway, go on, Kristen.
No, I mean that's pretty much my thought. The horns at the beginning of the one song, Rhode Island, it sounds like, did you ever listen to StoryCorps?
No, I never did.
Okay, so NPR airs it weekly, but it's a separate entity. It's basically people record stories about their lives. It's like a nonprofit organization. And they have then they put all the recordings in the Library of Congress. But like the beginning of that with the horns, it sounds like the intro to StoryCorps. And I'm like, that's so bizarre.
Interesting. Okay. All right.
So public radio-ish.
Yes. Nice.
It's weird. I don't know. It's just,
Yeah. So for me, this is another one of those bands that I'd say is a, I'm wide awake, it's emo type of band, which I basically grouped Modern Baseball in on the Modern Baseball episode. A lot of those bands such as Modern Baseball, the Raconteurs, not the Raconteurs, the Weaker Thans, Bright Eyes is probably kind of in there. That's like the Aaron West and the Roaring Twenties, are all those types of bands who I put in there who are kind of emo but kind of folk punk, but calling them folk punk is an insult to folk punk, and they're not quite totally emo. And they all sound like, to me, that they all at certain points in their lives have listened to Bright Eyes, It's Wide Awake, I'm Wide Awake, It's Morning, and then they decided to make that their lives and the sound that they were going for. Hence the subgenre of emo called I'm Wide Awake, It's Emo. And I think this band falls into that category. This was a fungus album for me, but in the opposite way. It evolved for me, and like almost very quickly. I liked it more the first time I listened to it.
Did you say evolved or devolved?
Evolved.
Oh, okay.
I liked it more the first time I listened through, and progressively disliked it more and more every time I played it, to the point where when I was looking through all those things where on the Wikipedia now, when I was just throwing together the factoids, where it said how their music is described. One of the things they forgot to describe it is shit. It's shit. This was shit. It's like it's kind of in the vein of modern baseball, who I enjoyed. I actually did enjoy the modern baseball song, but it's shittier sang, and the whole string of consciousness through the melody lines.
Right? It's like, what the fuck is the point of this song?
Yeah,
Like the one song about his father, like it started off, and then like, what the fuck's he talking about afterwards?
exactly. And it's a lot of that stuff, and it's like, I I wish Adam was here because I'd like to know what exactly he was thinking about having both of those albums on this season. Like they're very similar in style to an extent. I think modern baseball is better. Overall better. Even the singing's better, even though modern baseball singing isn't much better.
I've only had a chance to listen to one song, Modern
Okay.
Baseball, because I wanted to compare.
Yeah, but like what you said is one of those things that you wouldn't seek it out, but if it was on, you would just keep it on, right? That's modern baseball to me, and I think I even said that on the modern baseball episode. So it's just like I feel like it's I feel like Adam picking this for season 2 is a disservice not only to the front bottoms but also for modern baseball. Because it's like I wonder, like I personally got to wonder, like would I feel differently about either one of those albums if there was like distance between when I had to like cover them and listen to them. Like even though like it's been a few weeks, like a month or so since like since we did it, but it's just kind of like, man, this is like it's similar.
This is third season stuff.
Exactly. It's like either it's like you got to make one of them third season. You know what I mean? It's kind of the way that I look at it. It's like,
but maybe Adam only just likes crappy music.
Yeah, right. That might be possible.
He's got a style that he likes, and it's Mountain Goats.
Right. Well, there is a band called the Mountain Goats.
I know. It sounds like them.
Yeah, and they're kind of, but actually, well, that's the thing, and I thought about too.
They're
like,
better.
Exactly. Yes, the Mountain Goats are better than
they did it. Good.
Like, yes. The Mountain Goats, if I remember correctly, don't also do that purposely off-key singing. They sing pitchy, but not necessarily off-key. Whereas, and even modern baseball went off-key a little bit. Whereas, like, it feels like these guys are purposely being off-key and like way off-key, and it just doesn't work. They do have some good and interesting music. If you take the vocals away, the music itself is not horrible, but like ultimately it just, when you put it all together, it all falls very flat for me.
And which is really funny because the musicians that play with them are not the same musicians.
Yeah,
They're just a traveling band.
Right, exactly. So I don't know
this
if like
part isn't even a constant.
Yes, yeah, and I also, and like how you were saying, it's how you what is it that you said it reminded you of the beginning of StoryCorps. Okay, so what I got from it, so when you listen to modern baseball, you can tell that modern baseball is inspired by Neutral Milk Hotel, whereas I think the front bottoms are trying to recreate Neutral Milk Hotel. From the weird horns to the the fucking the glockenspiel in the boredom is the reason. It's just like unnecessary instrumentation just for the sake of doing unnecessary instrumentation. I think it's just like, what is this? Like, this doesn't make any sense. You don't need that. You don't need this. It was just weird. You know what I mean? And I don't mind weird. Like, trust me, I'm a weird guy. I don't mind weird. This album is just like, it's just not good.
I mean, that's one of my favorite songs is Dean's Dream by the Dead Milkmen.
Yes,
that's totally like all off key and whatever, but like that one's well done.
Yep. So, what's good from this song? Oh yeah. Like I was saying, like the glockenspiel and the boredom is the reason, is like otherwise a good song, but then you have that in there and it just fucking, I think that's the thing that bothers me about it, is like they were doing things almost self-sabotaging their music. I feel like they were doing things to not make it good, which is really kind of, in my opinion, stupid when it comes to music. Like, if you want to be ironic in comedy or art or something like that, I mean, I guess this is their art and they're trying to be ironic in their art. It just it takes something that's beautiful and just diminishes what you're doing. It's like painting the Mona Lisa and then be like, you know what, it's not finished, and then painting a fucking mustache on it. Do you know what I mean? Just to make it different, or just to
Yeah.
make it look like weird or something like that. And it's like, well, why would you do that? Why the fuck would you just ruin a perfectly good song with out of key vocals and fucking stupid instrumentation that doesn't fit? You know,
And like if they, made a good album and then decided we're going to do like a separate album where we
yeah,
experiment a little,
yep,
like that'd be one thing, but
yeah, and
this
it's
is
like,
their like first album on like a real label.
right,
Right.
and then they do this fucking stupid, and this drove me nuts. They do this fucking stupid Andy Kaufman like joke in the middle of the song "The Mountain." Do you know what I mean by that?
I don't. What?
So okay, so there's a whole thing. If you watch the movie Man on the Moon, starring Jim Carrey. Oh, by the way, Andy Kaufman.
Oh, R.I.P.
Hmm. So he does this thing where he's doing his Christmas special, I think it is, or something like that, or some sort of special that he has, part of his contract that he's allowed to do, and he gets into an argument with the one guy because he wants to have a section where the screen goes like all fuzzy and wiggly and all this kind of stuff, and he's getting into an argument with him because the whole point of the joke is to get people to get up out of their seat and walk over and play with their
Mess
TV
with
and
the
bang
TV.
on the side, but then it just comes back because it's actually part of the show. That's supposed to be the joke. So if you listen to The Mountain on this album, all of a sudden the mountain in the middle just fades off. And every single fucking time it happened, I looked at my fucking like my thing to see like did the song end, like what's going on, and then it comes back on, and it's just like, well, what the fuck? Like that's so fucking stupid to just have that weird
I
stupid
don't think I
fade
even
in the middle of the
noticed.
song. It pissed me off, and it's just like, and up until that point, the song's not bad. Like the album, like I think that's like the fourth song on the album, and I'm like, okay, all right, this isn't bad. And then it happens, and then the album just progressively gets worse.
Yeah.
With the exception of Boredom is the Reason and the lyrics, not even the music, then the lyrics to Legit Tattoo Gun. The rest of the album after that middle point of Mountain just fucking sucks. And I don't know if it's that fade out, that purpose fade out that pissed me off so much that I just hated the rest of the album, or if just the rest of the album's that bad. I think the rest of the album is really that bad.
I it I think it kind of is.
Yeah. Yes, exactly.
Excuse me.
Even beyond that, if you even go beyond that, like just and maybe I'm at that point where I'm too old to identify with certain young music, but like the lyrics are just like completely unrelatable lyrics or completely unrelatable stories. That like again it's poorly sang with too many instruments that aren't, they don't make sense. They don't make sense for what they're doing, and it doesn't. I don't get it. I
I
do not. I don't.
feel like if I were a young person
Uh-huh.
when this album came out, which I guess I kind of was younger, but like a young person.
2011. So we were. That was what? That was 13 years ago.
Yeah.
So I mean, we were 35 ish.
Yeah. We
You
weren't
know,
young
I
people.
mean, you're much
That's
older
not
than me,
like,
so you might have been 30,
shut
36.
up.
So
Like by two days. Um, like I'd be creeped out by these guys.
yeah, I can see
In
that.
person, like their lyrics are creepy.
Yeah, like
Like I want to take a picture of you while you're sleeping and
yeah,
hang them on my like bedroom wall, like
uh-huh.
or whatever the frick it is he says, and like
Yeah,
we can pretend it's normal, like
uh-huh.
everything's fine. Like what
Yep,
the
yeah,
what?
yeah. Or what's the other one? Like I'll just
Move.
I'll kiss you and say goodbye and make you think of me all day or some shit like that. And it's like,
Yeah, gross.
come on, dude, really, really?
Yeah, you're not that great, buddy.
No, no, not when you sing like that. You know, you know what I mean? It's
And like
just
all of our friends are homeless, like friends from high school are homeless now. Like what?
yeah, yeah.
Where the hell did he grow up that
Uh,
everybody
New
from high
Jersey,
school is
not and like not
homeless?
probably a nice part of New Jersey too. Like,
Yeah, like is that a shitty town? Oh, and you know what annoys
cool.
me? They're from Jersey, but when he's singing, he's like the mountain.
Yeah.
Like
Oh yeah.
he
Yeah.
like cuts the like he like sounds Delco.
Yeah, and I bet you all that shit is done on purpose. It's
Yeah.
just like, come on, man, just just like strip it down. You know what I mean? Like, there's too much going on. Just like strip it down, sing it like you're like trying to like really sing it, and it's probably a much better album. They're probably much better songs, and it's just like, get it. You want to be different, but you know, sometimes different's not good. And like, and you can be like, well, this is my art. This is, you know, well, what's your fucking artist statement? Because that's the thing too. Like, I can, if I wish like these guys could say like, this is what we were going for, and it's just like, okay, all right, that's fucking weird. Well, you have a statement, you have a thing. Like, what are these guys? I don't get
Like
what I
Picasso
don't get this.
did some weird shit
Yeah.
with his artwork.
Mm-hmm.
However, he could really draw and paint like really well.
Yes.
And then that was like a study that he did with the cubism and like moving on to different phases of his life. Like how Madonna's music evolved from like
Yeah.
young Madonna to Madonna now. Like yeah, things evolve and people change, but like you don't start off shitty.
Yes.
You can't.
Yeah. And then you look at like other bands that would be similar to like such as like Neutral Milk Hotel, the Decemberists to an extent. Like, I don't particularly care for the Decemberist overall, but
Bite your tongue.
But they are doing decent stuff. You know what I mean? Whether or not I like it, you know what I mean, is different. I don't necessarily identify with it. I don't connect with a lot of the lyrics, but I can at least
because you don't have the vocabulary for
well, that's
it.
part of it too.
Yeah.
But, you know,
you're illiterate.
Yes, exactly. I can't read, so obviously I can't.
You're illiterate, Charlie Kelly.
Yeah, thank you. But it's just one of those things where it's just kind of like, all right, even though like I don't necessarily like it, I get it. I get what they're doing. I get what they're putting out. You know, there are things that like I can understand about the art that they're trying to do. And you know, Neutral Milk Hotel was a little bit out there, especially with some of the songs that they would like combine together. Like this doesn't go with that, but it still as a whole worked. And maybe that's the problem. Maybe these guys are trying so hard to be something that worked and could only work once. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, all right, I'm going to do this and I'm going to be the first person to do it. And it is shit, but it's beautiful shit. And people are going to like it. And then people try to recreate that shit and it's just diarrhea.
Real quick. Didn't you, in the factoids, did you say that this was like some song, like previously recorded songs that they put together for this album?
So they did an EP.
Oh,
and
this isn't it.
And then they wanted to do a second EP, and the record label was like, "No, do a full length album." So they took the songs from the first EP, and then the second EP that they wanted to do, and they combined it together to make this album.
Oh,
yeah. So some of them were previously released. I don't know which ones. I don't know if it went through a certain.
Maybe it was the front end of the album,
like the first 3.5 songs.
Yeah, possibly.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, no, it's just definitely of the I'm Wide Awake, it's emo bands out there. This is absolutely 100% my least favorite of those bands. Just not good. I didn't enjoy it. At all. And I think like much like you know, I wish they could explain to me why they liked it. I wish Adam were here to explain to me why he likes it, because it doesn't make any sense. And like I said, it makes me an album that I liked from the band from Modern Baseball. It makes me go back and wonder, like, fuck, did I really like that album, or was I just in a mood that week that we were listening to it? You know what I mean? I think.
So here's what I think you need to do. I think you need to have Adam write a written statement that you post with the podcast explaining himself.
We want a written statement.
Yeah. And we want it
as to what the fuck you were thinking.
Correct.
While doing this out.
Correct. Explain yourself, Adam.
I do not disagree with that whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that'll be something we can like cut into the middle of this episode. Like we'll actually have him record a little
read it.
This is what I was thinking. Like, write your statement and read it. Hi, Adam.
We've been taken by terrorists, and he has a statement.
Or it'll be like
Morse code at you.
It'll be like Dark Knight, in that where the Joker kidnaps the journalist and makes him read the thing, and he's pulling the papers. I could be sitting there, coming behind him. Adam, you will read this statement, or you will no longer be allowed to do sexy voice on the podcast.
Correct. He shouldn't be allowed to do that anyway.
Well, no, he shouldn't.
No.
He shouldn't. So, yeah, I mean, I really don't have a whole lot to say about this album, besides that it's just not good. It's just not a good album.
It was a struggle this week. I listened to it, but also my commute's been a lot shorter because it's holiday time. Sorry.
Yes.
I know it's January 30th, but I'm going off.
Yes.
So I didn't get a chance to listen a lot. Which probably for the best.
Yeah, it really was. Like I said, the first
or the whole album even at once.
Yeah, the first time I listened to it, I was just like, all right, I think I can get into this. And then, like I said, it just every time I listened to it, it annoyed me more, and I thought it was worse, and it got bad more and more and more, just over and over again. I'm just like, oh man, it's just I really, really had a tough time with this. The more I listened to it.
Oh, and also the singer, one of the guys was like, our band's called the Front Bottoms. That's a euphemism for vagina, and you need to deal with it. If you don't like it, too bad.
Really? Is that where'd you find
that? Was in the Wikipedia.
Oh, was it? Yeah, I didn't even check that. So when people say front
bottoms,
I
bring that up.
I think of like I didn't even think of that, but I was thinking like the frontox, like those people who tend to be larger and it looks like they have a butt in their front and the back.
Oh,
that's what I thought of front bottoms.
Like the fupa kind of.
Yeah. So,
no, it's a vagina.
Okay, it's a vagina. All right. Well, it's a weird name for a vagina, the front bottoms.
I mean, it's in the front, and I don't know.
Yeah, but shows my junk. You know what I mean? Like that's
it apparently is a euphemism for a vagina. I don't know, Paul.
Weird.
I don't.
Weird. So
I didn't make up the word.
I'm glad. I'm glad you did. Yeah. Vagina or front bottoms?
Either.
Which one didn't you make up?
I didn't make up either of them.
Okay. All right. Good.
Probably some Latin person made up vagina, and then some degenerate made up the other one. I don't know, Paul.
We're gonna call this band Degenerates. That's for sure. So,
what are you drinking today, Paul?
I was
that.
It's gone now, but it is from Levante Brewing Company in Westchester.
It's a pretty can.
It is. It's called Cloudy and Cumbersome, a New England style IPA. It goes down very smooth. I actually got a chance in October to visit the brewery in Westchester. Katie and I were at a wedding with Regina. And in between the ceremony and the reception, we went over to Levante Brewing, however you say it, with our brother-in-law and my nephew, and we had a couple beers, and this is like one of their flagship beers, and it's very good. I also have a Pilsner, their Bira, Birra, or Bira, I don't know, which is also a very good, very, very good, very smooth Pilsner. So definitely liking their beers there, and I like the fact that they're local. So yeah, no, it was very delicious. Now I'm going to just have a boobly. So I'm trying to watch my drinking, trying to curb it a little bit. You know what I mean? So
Got to be sober for a newborn.
Yeah, well, the baby's been keeping us up at nights, I think. I don't know.
You should
Maybe.
not jinx yourself
Maybe.
like that, Paul.
Yes, I know. Well, it could be sleeping through the night too. It could go either way. So, speaking of babies, I have a very, very funny story about this. So, I put this on in the car. Katie was driving. I was passenger, and because we needed the Regina factor on this, and we were driving, and the song's on, and I've said Regina's very expressive, right? And as we know, Regina also, I've mentioned it a couple times how Regina is a little speech delayed as well. So and we're working on it. She's in early
So
intervention.
you played it and she screamed, "No!"
Not exactly.
Okay.
I played it, and she had this look on her face, just this look of like concern and discomfort. And we were about halfway through the second song, and I turned around and I looked at her and I said, "Regina, what do you think of this album?" And I swear to God, and Katie is my witness to this, she went, "Sucks, sucks." Like, seriously, just went,
Well, that's could not be any more clear.
to the point. And I will say this too. I'll kind of get ahead, and I tell this story on I'm going to tell this story on next week's episode too, because like I said, we are a little bit ahead on recording. So I already know it, even though like we'll still go through the pomp and circumstance of pulling from the box of Michael. I already know what next week's episode is, and we listened to that, and as soon as the first song of that album was done, she actually started clapping. So that is like the night and day.
Father, why have you assaulted my ears with this garbage?
Exactly. Seriously, twice. And not just once, twice went sucks, sucks. So on the Regina factor, that puts Adam at 6 likes, 2 dislikes, and 1 indifferent. I am at 8 likes, 1 indifferent, and 1 dislike and 1 indifferent. Listeners are at 5 likes, 1 dislike, and 3 indifference. And Tom is at 4 likes and 2 indifference. Kristen, were you able to find a top 3?
I mean, it was a struggle.
Okay.
But I managed to write down 3 songs.
Cool. All right.
Close my eyes and just pick. No, I'm just kidding. So I put Maps.
Okay.
Looking Like You Just Woke Up, and Flashlight.
Okay. Not Fleshlight.
No, not Fleshlight.
Okay. Not Fleshlight. Okay, Fleshlight.
No. Nope.
So I actually was able to find a top 3, and I actually have an honorable mention too. Maps and Flashlights. Yeah, I know. I was a little shocked by that too. But like, it's one of those things. Like when I go back and I try to, when I figure out my top 3 and my least, I actually go through like each song individually to be like, okay, is this it? Is this it? To kind of give it, unless it's something I know like right away. Like, nope, this is my least favorite.
Yeah.
On this album. But like, Maps and Flashlights, I like. Notice very early songs on the album.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I was gonna point that out.
Yes. Because of the lyrics, not the music. Legit Tattoo Gun, I actually like.
That one's not bad.
Yeah, and I have an honorable mention. Again, it'd probably be a top 3 if they didn't have the fucking Glockenspiel. I have an honorable mention of The Boredom Is the Reason, blah, 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 whatever the rest
Why
of that.
I Swim.
Yeah, something like that. Yep.
Or something about swimming.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yep. Do you have, what would be your least besides everything else on the album?
I put Hooped Earring. Hoop.
Yeah, no, it's also cool.
Hoop.
I have 2. I have 2 least favorites.
Go for it.
One being Mountain because of that fucking stupid fade in the fucking middle of the song. And that's the thing. Up until that point, the song's not bad, and then it has this stupid fucking fade, and the rest of the song is just like, what the fuck? And the rest of the album's like, oh, god damn it. And then Beers is right up there as a least, or The Beers. That's the one where it's like, do you remember that summer I was on steroids because you like
guys with muscles, and I liked you.
Yeah, I like you. The Beers on steroids. Like, shut up, dude. Fucking shut the fuck up. God damn it. Such a bad album. So bad.
Yeah, it wasn't good.
Yes, we're gonna need an explanation and an apology from Adam on this one. I think for sure.
I think so.
Definitely. So as you see, Adam's copy is right behind us there. Snoop Dogg, if you want to light it up, go for it, buddy. I'm not stopping you. So Adam
Is it
did.
available at the Ottsville Record Garage?
Well, I don't know if I don't remember if I have it listed on the site or not, but I did get this for Adam. There were a couple records during season 1. He said, "Hey, could you get me this record? Because I want to cover it on season 2," which has kind of been our thing, like our rules of season 1, season 2 is like any record we're going to do has to be in our collection. So Modern Baseball was one of the records he had.
This is your fault, Paul.
It is. It really is. That's why I'm like,
all your fault.
Fuck. So,
and I bet Adam didn't even want to listen to this album. I bet he did this on purpose to the two of us. He was like, Kristen will do the show with him. I'm not going to bail.
That is a very good theory. But yes, so Modern Baseball was one of them, and this was the other one. Again, 2 albums that he had me get him he had me buy them relatively close together, and then they're in the same
season. Did the girl tell him to buy these albums?
Yeah, like I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think so at all, because I know I mean, you know, the old girl definitely not. The new girl, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what she would think about these. I you know, I met her a couple times.
She seemed okay.
Yeah, I think she has good taste, except for her taste in men, obviously. Well, so
yeah.
You know, who knows? But yes, I got this for Adam, and it is a 2014 black vinyl repress. Nothing really crazy about it. There's actually a clear vinyl repress that, you know, or if he had that, it would actually be worth a few bucks, but it's not. He has the black vinyl repress, and the very good plus value is $19. So he is not helping himself in the quest for the big D. He is currently at $522 with 1 album to go. I'm still very comfortably in the lead at $823. All my albums are done. The listeners are at $571 with 1 album to go, so they are in second place and bringing up the rear again. But he has a lot of albums to go. He still has 5 albums to go. Is a Tom with $303. So I'm going to pretend I don't know what's in the box of Mike, and I'm going to go get the box of Mike.
Okay.
All right. So here we go. Box of Mike. Boop, boop, boop. Bang. Pulling it out. Michael Stripe says, "What's up, Kristen? I miss you. I miss you, Kristen."
He says he's 90% penis.
I'm all dick. Come see me. So, all right. So envelope number 11, which I'm going to open up here.
Like a normal person.
Like a normal person. It is, speaking of Tom and having 5 albums to go, this is a Booze and Vinyl. And this is one specifically that he picked. So it's not, you know, piggybacking off of minor Adams. This is a good one. This is a fun one. I am looking forward to doing this. It is Guns N' Roses' Appetite for Destruction. So that is next week's episode. And I'm really looking forward to that. And kind of interested. I don't actually have Booze and Vinyl Volume 1 because that's where the recipes are from in front of me right now. But I do have Booze and Vinyl Volume 2 by Andre Darlington and Tanaya Darlington. And you could go to andredarlington.com and check out the Booze and Vinyl books, as well as his other recipe books, and purchase them at your local bookseller. And yeah, so that's what I got here, man. Just like otherwise, like just a fucking shitty album.
So disappointing. I can't believe he's the father of 3 of my children.
Exactly. Listen, you're the one who let him like just like poke you with his fingers.
I let him touch, like sit next to me.
We told him wear extra condoms that day. It didn't happen.
No.
Like we're pretty sure Kristen's extra fertile.
This room is dusty.
Yes. All right. I thank you, Kristen, for coming on. I don't have anything else to say about this album. What do you have anything to say?
No. I'm glad I got in my pajamas and did my skincare and was ready. I'm ready for bed. So
nice.
Thanks, Adam.
I'm going to take a note out of Adam's book, but I'm going to tell you to do not listen to this album. Do not form your own opinions. It's a horrible album. There's no point. in anybody else doing
Even
this
the
album.
Sweet Baby Angel said it sucked.
Yes, she actually said it sucks, and she is speech delayed. So there you go. She knew that. That is the only good thing about this album, is that it brought words out of Regina.
You have to just keep playing Adam's music for her till she
Yeah.
gets so angry that she has to say shit.
Yeah, exactly.
But I feel like all the words she's going to say are like expletives. Like it's just going to be fuck this shit. This shit sucks. Like she's just going to.
It's like, Uncle Adam, you used to be my favorite, but you listen to shitty music. That'll be
pretty much
the thing. Yeah. Awesome. Well, Kristen, thank you again for coming on.
Thanks for having me, Paul.
And I know, I'm pretty sure we have some more episodes that you will be on. So cool. Next week's episode, Guns N' Roses, Appetite for Destruction. It's a Booze and Vinyl episode, so tune in for that. Tom, the country heartthrob, will be back, and we'll be making some drinks and talking some Guns N' Roses. So if there is nothing else, it is time to